It was Seoul, the city and its corners. Turbulent and bustling, with big shirts in belted pants and cravats in vicuña wool. For beige or white bags of jewels, they were the same fools who let the green run their days. Unlike its name, Sunday Pub is open every day. Live music on Thursdays and delicious baked goods all week. Our leading lady, January Sun, inherited the pub from her parents, who somehow still appear alongside her. Why don't they run the pub themselves? Why let their 17-year-old daughter do so instead? Spoiler, they were taken down for outstanding debt. Anyways, January takes care of the pub's business, goes to the market, bakes the treats, occasionally writes and performs music with the band. Impressive, huh? You know who she really impressed? Colin Clark. Colin grew up in the town's classiest hotel, The Clark, and loves scribbling stories about the guests that come and go. Apparently, the kid is so good that at just 20, he snagged a full-time position at the Kaleidoscope, Seoul's leading publication. I had the pleasure of greeting him at the pub, and oh boy, he was so impressed with our girl that he writes her into his very first article. His boss, Olivia Robin, not as impressed. Maintaining the reputation of the biggest magazine in town is no easy task, especially when it caters to the rich. And what's this story from the other side of town? About someone he only met yesterday? She tells him to dig deeper. Colin then becomes a frequent guest at our pub, occasionally walking in on folks fighting over who's struggling more. On a perfectly normal day, he invites Jan to his part of town, with the intention of letting Jan impress Olivia herself. The plan backfires. People like January aren't very welcome in this part of town, or at least the person Colin's painting her out to be. And apparently, that's a poor girl from Seoul's corner struggling to make ends meet, who still magically makes music. A real fairy tale, which January's life is most definitely not. She loves music, loves the pub that her parents built with their whole hearts. But a 17-year-old running a pub in this economy? Jan can't even remember the last time she sat down with herself and truly asked what she wanted, what it is that she loves. Do you ever wander the streets after a long day just to find yourself yearning for a light that you can't seem to grasp? Because our girl isn't even sure what that light is. In the meantime, Colin's draft is turned down by the boss once again. Ah, there he is, talking to me. Been listening to his story for months now. Must be a very good article then. That's actually what I said to him. Life is just the things you don't know and the things you thought you knew. We should listen to the people whose stories we're trying to share. And so he did re-listen to the recording of his first night at Sunday Pub. This time more carefully, and had the realization he needed. Jan has her own stories to tell. Jan herself also needed a refresher what's important to her, why she never lets it leave. She misses her parents every day, wants to keep everything about them alive with her. But maybe the pub isn't the only way. At this point, I'll stop myself before I spoil the ending for you, dear audience. Perhaps it's better that you paint your own ending, even your own ideal world of January Sun. The city and its corners, an old world becoming new. And if you ever miss Seoul, the town's only a few notes away. Tune in for the January Sun original musical soundtrack.